anything about me and you. And I know I gotta keep on breathing, but you know it's really hard when I'm dreaming about me and you and everything that we can do. Are you gonna be on my side now? Tell me, baby, please, are you gonna stick around? Cause all my time's for you. Just tell me that you want me to. I've been looking at you from across the room, and all these lights are dim compared to you. I've been falling
so far, because, and I was speaking about this yesterday, I think it was maybe potentially with Tim, because if you start to sort of cherry pick here and there, it can get a little bit difficult. Now, well, with the mirror window, that's going to make the breaching a little bit more difficult, and again,
facilitate some kind of entry. Still trying to channel some of that impact from Yes corner. Lyda completely caught off guard, and that's ability. We won't have somebody to match any push on the other side. Seal still getting aggressive, will follow Rockstar. Got something there, but this two-man push between the Clash and the Ella. Gotta give credit to 4 Angry Men for keeping it close and keeping these trades solid, but so long as this Clash is in the way, they're always gonna face some difficulty, but hold on. TX suddenly backstabbing, finds 2. Now it is just Souffle left, taking a 1v1 on the Aqua stairs, but the attacker can come and pinch from behind. Basically, a lot of the players by staircases so they can retreat pretty quickly. Provide some kind of support by shutting off a different angle, but Pecan very leery of this, taking another fight with Rockstars. The Monty comes from the back. Excellent pinch by 4, and there's a player up there, but Lyda's moving with the mission down below, and that means just as the site is weak, you don't have as many attackers as you might otherwise believe. Lyda's only pushing at the bottom of an Exo, but is now quite separate from the rest of his team, cut off by the smoke canisters. On Shield, TX finding some good damage, though now the defenders coming from behind. Lyda doing the most on this Monty right now, and as TX checks his flank, another one goes the way of 4 Angry Men. Angles, especially with the Monty on board. It was always going to be difficult. Rocks.
Unfortunate position that Bin finds himself in here. This was the player that was all the way on that top floor. We'll find one onto Rockstar. It isn't confirmed just yet. There we go, double on the round, but to get the kills required from this point, Lyda just needs to harass, just needs to be a pain with that shield, and can't give any angles up. 16 seconds on the clock, and now that final kill comes in. Gotti has to make a play, but look how far away he is, Lynx. He's absolutely not. He comes off the kit, though. Now time is not going to be a factor. There's not. Bring the thermite, you get 3 exothermics now. You can really open up everything. And already, we're not even at the halfway point. Connect towards.
Navigate around this. Smokes and Cadella's going through. The Glaz and the Ying instead pushing in tandem rather than separate like last time. Ooh, the Yokai spots at the last second, but it's actually Lyda to swing around the corner. Despite all the information, if Bin is blinded, there's not a whole lot he can do. The Pecan on this flank, the attack's so focused, they'll fall into the players inside of the site. Pecan only gets 1. The flank isn't all that impactful in the grand scheme of things, but only in comparison to the excellence of the anchor play. Now with diffuser control in their hands. 1 or 2 smokes will go out as 2 players stacked behind the pillar. It's Pecan with his 3rd to get it from Connector. DayStar's 1st round. And again, coming...
Often a very crucial element. It does come in late. You have to rotate around. You're often required to be doing something elsewhere for the portion of the round. You can't just sit.
Instead rotating to the Blitz with quick entries by TX with that M59, but unfortunately Rockstar going down. Half clear not as solid as 4 Angry Men thought. Bin able to find some success walking out of Electro, could find another, losing a lot of HP, but not his life to TX. Unfortunately, those 6 shots run out quite quickly, and maybe going for another Zofia outside. Lyda will land the trade. Now Darsley going down on the Blitz. Another round that collapses.
Because everyone from 4 Angry Men circumnavigated the roamers and went directly to with the kit. They just need to try and buddy up.
Ooh, but Gotti's going to push in quite heavily, fighting the Ella around the corner. They buddy up at the last second, but just because the angle of that reinforcement, the angle Gotti was at, it's difficult to get that trade given Lyda's positioning. DayStar tie things up 2 in a row.
Thinking about a little bit of a run outside here. He's got a really good idea of where at least 2 players are, and I think if he's patient, he might find one. Oh, gets burned
that should be said, but they lack not only the ability to gather a lot of vertical angles, but also just lack vertical angles in general.
I'm really surprised X now falling. All the attackers arguing around this warehouse area at the minute, but they've not done anything about the vert.
No, you still have Seal watching this important position, though Lida moving from the opposite side. Player around the corner, he'll call Gotti into position, and that allows him to go for the plant. Neither Azuki or Seal in a position to get this vertical play from below, and with no C4s either. That's a big frag by the Ella, but Lida's with 3 seconds remaining, and DayStar haven't even attempted the counter defuse. That's a nice frag by Seal, but we are now officially beyond the pale. Gotti will confirm it, and 4AM guarantee themselves a 3-3 half.
4AM have understood significant problems to deal with. Again, we're seeing the breaches open. We know that that's going to be fairly straightforward.
On the generator side, we got 3-4 players over here. TX working up to that breach. Pecan is going to hear this player on the prone, might even catch him swinging around the corner. The Nomad not ready. DayStar beginning this push with a 5v4. Again, Lida just walking in. No additional work, but Souffle in a perfect position to deny the plant. Darsley ready for it. Souffle gonna play passive, halfway gone. Demo should spot it once it goes down. He's alive. I thought it got taken down in the process. Both of the Echo's primary utility are remaining. DayStar with a 3v2, make that a 3v1 man advantage, and it is all tied up on.
Sorry, I need some time to plug back the mic.
It's okay.
Alright, okay, their attack, remember that Tokai is sneaking alone on lobby, okay?
然后他们说到，今天输了，我从那栋红色建筑物跳下去。
那我觉得苏菲超怪，我的麦应该比苏菲好一点。
Echo， 你知道为什么讲那么多次吗？
不知道，
因为 Echo 啊，回音
超烂，是烂梗。
啊，然后他们说到，今天输了，我从那栋红色建筑物跳下去。
Going to the coach. With that being done, the players and coach discussing. One thing I always love, 4AM talking about the bands they want to do, and you hear Eden talking about Dokeby a lot. Destroy some of that soft wall. Hopefully that'll be okay though. Indeed it will. Secondary shotgun. One thing we heard, Garage single door, but there's a player like all the way outside, upside down rappel, and players in Garage is going to put a lot more pressure on Gotti, who himself is
open the wall at the top of that catwalk as well. Big play required here from Lida, and he will.
I think you can see Pecan all the way on the backside, so as opposed to 4AM on their attack arc can give them this peace of mind. You can even see them double up, but he just wins it first out the gate. In the same position as before, doubled up, the same angle. The defenders can watch both of these positions. Now Souffle in the 1v2, not a whole lot, even with the information. Lida has completely bullied them at the beginning, and Darsley fit.
Utility. Like you say, information aplenty here, especially the Snake. Can't believe it's the first time we're seeing Snake play today, by the way. For how much hype and talk there has been about this operator.
Doing anything, and then we just left. So Snake has had a very minimal impact today, to your point. And now with Dokeby also seemingly going down next, I mean, this is already a rough start for such powerful operators.
From all sorts of different sides. The fact that we've got, I mean, there's plenty of things that we could just, we need 20 minutes to really sort of dissect this. That was some great.
Zami pushing Lida back further underneath the cargo stairs. Seal finding them. DayStar have been working these past 20 seconds so perfectly. From the nade play to the vertical angles, making every second count. But then Souffle drops with the diffuser, falls to Rockstar, and it all might still be squandered. Binbin picks it back up, but with only one player left alive, he's got to drop down off those vertical angles, which gives flexibility to the defense. Gotti with an important victory, and unfortunately DayStar, despite how well they played the past 40 seconds, the final 10 are what matter most, as 4AM... They're not going for some quick ying play or some quick execute play.
Then they can start to execute, and then they can start to work. But if they're not getting the kills, if they're not winning the Kanzu, in the bottom of warehouse at the moment, has a chance, but just can't land the finishing blow. The F2, a little bit brutal on the recall. Oh, the time, and Lida pops the corner at the perfect time. Binbin finally starts to get something going here for DayStar, but it feels like it could be too late as he too falls to Gotti.
It's too late for Seal as well. Finds the angle, but... trying to, I think, go for another full clear.
This looks like a little bit of a basic lineup, doesn't it? But Gotti seems happy to take the challenge on there at the minute, and what a shot!
Something to offer. You can see the plan, play the contact, play the trade. He pops up.
Lider gently peeking here onto Electrical. There's no option for DayStar right now.
No option whatsoever as both Pikanzu and Seal now starting to move towards half HP. Pikanzu prone in the middle of a doorway, more offering himself up for sacrifice than actually making a full attempt. What a showing by 4 Angry Men on Nighthaven Labs. Might be their pick, but a 7-3 going into club, starting the